In this video, I'll be looking at the 2-in-1 wireless CarPlay and screen mirroring adapter from Koogold. This adapter simply upgrades your existing wired CarPlay system into a wireless CarPlay, along with the ability to plug in the phone and mirror apps from your phone, such as YouTube and Netflix, over a more stable wired connection. We've seen something similar on this channel in the past, so there's a lot to go over. Let's first check out what comes inside the box. Okay, so here's what you get inside the box. You get a small instruction manual, a quick start guide, and here is the EC103 adapter itself. And for more modern CarPlay ports in the car, you've got a USB-C to USB-A adapter as well. Okay, so looking over the adapter then, you've got the main brains of the adapter that's positioned slightly along the full cable length of the whole entire kit. You get three main cables that are fused and tethered to that adapter. You've got one short one which goes to your CarPlay port in the car. You have a remaining portion of the cable which goes to power, to allow pass-through power to your phone, so you can not only charge your phone, you can also mirror from your phone as well alongside it. And alongside this cable, you also have a USB connector to connect to your USB compatible iPhone or Android device. So again, it does need a wired CarPlay protocol vehicle system, but you are able to piggyback off that system and mirror your Android device or iPhone device. This also has the ability for wireless CarPlay inside that adapter, but not wireless Android Auto. So as I've said in the past, these kind of adapters are almost like an AI box killer, because all that power is coming from your phone, which is way more powerful than an AI box can be. We'll see if it allows touch pass-through, because that's quite important, because if you don't have that, then things are a little bit different to the other adapter that we've seen in the past. But otherwise, with everything on your phone, simply connecting it and mirroring that kind of video content from your phone instead of using an AI box for something a lot cheaper, it's kind of like the best of both worlds. So that's pretty much the adapter in a nutshell. Let's have a look in the car now with our demo and see how well this cable performs. So I'll see you there. Right, so in the Cooper Born, and we've got the Koogold 2-in-1 adapter here ready to get plugged in. We're going to plug it in to the CarPlay port in the car and see how quickly it takes to boot up. Plugging in now. And that's us into the main menu interface, roughly around 8 seconds or so. We've got no ability on these sections here other than up here. It takes you back to the car system. Got the version number down the bottom here and two means to connect and interact with the adapter: wireless CarPlay and mirroring. Now that we've got the cable all opened up, I can tell you the length. The power cable, the white one at the end, that I would say is another 60, 70 centimeters on top of the adapter and the CarPlay cable. So maybe a meter in total, that stretch. Plenty enough to get to a power socket, 12-volt adapter, or another USB port in your car. And that's just for the pass-through power, really. You don't necessarily have to connect that cable. As for the mirroring cable, that is a lot longer. I would say maybe 1.50 meters from the adapter. So that's plenty to go to someone's phone at the back of the car. You will have to coil it though if you just want to have it locally nearer to you. Now they do a 102 model, and that's the one I really wanted to review, but they sent this by accident instead. And that one is just like an adapter, and you can just plug the cable into that adapter. And that's a little bit more like unique, I would say, to the other adapter that I've reviewed that has this functionality. So maybe after seeing this video, I might review that in the future. So here we are on the main menu interface. Let's just cover CarPlay first, because if you want to use this for wireless CarPlay, it'd be nice to know how well this actually performs. So to do that, we need to wait for the Bluetooth profile. And you can see it here. Here's the Bluetooth profile. I'm going to tap that. Pair. Connect to CarPlay very quickly. And that's us into CarPlay. I'd say it isn't super sharp, like native performing. So we'll see if how that works with the touch input, which is not too bad. It's not the worst, for sure. I would say Maps is just slightly bloomed out compared to native, but let's just go in there, do a little bit of a wiggle. It's responsive. I'll give it that. Just a route guidance and see if it passes through to the instrument cluster. Okay, unfortunately not. No cluster support or HUD support from CarPlay at least. So we're spinning around here on the GPS, so no GPS pass-through either. It's not getting the data from the car, if that's on by default, that is. So that's navigation. It fairly works, and the quality is a little bit blurry, but considering what else this does, I would forgive that. And touch input is actually not too bad either. Let's check out some audio. Okay, not too bad on the responsiveness. Wheel controls, forward and back, works okay. Call button, send an audio message to test. Hi, this is Anthony from CarPlayLive.com, and this is an audio message test using the Koogold 2-in-1 mirroring adapter, and this is an audio test. Okay, so good call quality. It's not doing any extra gain or anything like that, but yeah, good call quality nonetheless, so I'll be happy with that. Let's do a call test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good call quality, nice and crisp, and very little delay there as well, so happy with that. And here we have the IP config menu here. It's rather basic. You've got version number at the top here. Reset CarPlay, Wi-Fi channel between only 3 channels. GPS pass-through is off by default, so you have to turn that on. Then you've got P2P mode, which isn't really that significant. And that is pretty much it. There is a update, so we're going to update that now, and we'll see if there's anything new.
A few moments later.
Now we've upgraded to 106. Not much has changed here. We've still got the Wi-Fi channels of 3. GPS is on, and P2P, and we are running the latest version. So not much changed, other than CarPlay, which has improved quite a bit in terms of its sharpness. All right, so carrying on then, CarPlay then works relatively okay. Not the best, but you've got to think there is that extra functionality, there is that extra layer of mirroring ability. So there's a little bit of a compromise there anyway. So let's try out the full boot sequence to see how quickly it takes to boot up directly into CarPlay. Okay, connecting now. Wow, that's very quick considering the functionality it does as well. Okay, so good solid boot time there. Let's connect this to our iPhone and see how well the mirroring works. So to do that, we're going to come back to the main system and going through that way. We're going to connect our phone. And then we have the mirroring function. That's all up and running. Show you the lag of it. It's not too bad, which is over wired. It should be pretty rapid, and it is. Obviously, it's scaled down. It's at least proportional. Give it that. Not many mirroring actually adapters do. You got some ratio adjustment here. Should you want to play around with the content once you're streaming from your phone. So we've got full height, and then we've got like full width, and then you've got normal or default. So let's go full height. Do we have? No, we don't. So there's no touch pass-through. Okay, so looking through the manual, it doesn't really even mention touch input or touch pass-through. So I would probably put that down as it doesn't support it. So unfortunately, we're going to continue, and let's just do the few things that we would do through mirroring. So let's just try out YouTube. So let's try out our Twitch stream. We're going to whack the quality up to 1080 60. Hit play. Going to go full screen. And that's at least under 100 ms. So I'll be happy with that. If we can stretch the screen, full width is not that great. Tapping again, it's like a ratio mode. And then that's full height again. Let's try lip syncing. Wireless CarPlay dongles have slowly progressed over the years, and we are now seeing makers switch their focus towards the 2-in-1 wireless CarPlay adapters, which offer... Okay, so the lip sync is all good. I would say that's definitely passable, at least on my car system. Again, you can't interact it with this with any touch input. Everything's got to come through your phone. And I'd say it's pretty good, actually. With Android Auto devices too. But that's for another video. In this video, I will focus on wireless Apple CarPlay only. Unfortunately, I couldn't step it up in the quality for some reason. That might be a limitation on mirroring through YouTube, but I did have that option at the very beginning to change it to 1080/60. If I go from here and it just doesn't give me that option, it gives me 360p. I'm doing it over 5G as well, but it's just not allowing any higher resolution. So that's YouTube. Happy with that. Good quality. Lip sync is good, and it's actually got a low audio lag as well. Let's try out Netflix. So you can just do the usual browsing on your phone for Netflix. Let me just jump in. So here you cannot display the video because we're on a lower tier of Netflix. So we'll address that now. So here we're on the lower standard. We need to go up to at least standard. So we're going to go to standard and upgrade. So now that we're on the standard plan, now we can try again.
The overtake on Valtteri created this spark and this tension between the two of us.
That was committed, it was brave, it was brilliant.
Okay. That sounds good. Got stereo there. The quality is not that great because we are on standard, but still it should be higher quality than that. It is coming over 5G as well. So I would say, okay, casual watching for that purpose. That's fine, I reckon. And maybe with a higher tier, you might actually get more sharper image over mobile connection. So if you don't mind browsing through the phone and then triggering it that way, and you're on standard plan for Netflix, you can actually use this, no problem, using this cable and adapter. Right, so I've paired up a Bluetooth controller here with my iPhone, and we're going to fire up Asphalt Extreme. And the experience of this is going to be way better than any AI box GPU that's currently around at the moment, purely because you've got the GPU, a very fast one, at least on the iPhone, and it's going to look great, and hopefully it plays well as well. So we've got the controller here with all the interactions. We can just jump into a game and see how quickly everything all performs, really. Right, so here we are in Asphalt Extreme. Graphics look pretty good in terms of they're just passing it through the phone. I'd say as for responsiveness, I'm not feeling any lag from this. Definitely plays well, and you can basically run anything off the phone as long as it's got Bluetooth controller support. Oof. Tough one. Okay, so there, yeah, I'm totally happy with how that performed, and you've got the whole app store of games that you can actually use as well. So because you haven't got that touch pass-through input, you definitely will need a Bluetooth controller and whatever game that you like. So probably you could connect this to a Switch, you could connect this into a Steam Deck or anything that uses display protocol over USB-C. So there's quite a lot of usabilities there. Even an iPad should work too. So we tried gaming, we tried apps, they all look good. Let's try Android Auto. So we're going to disconnect. We're back into CarPlay. Don't forget, CarPlay's running in the background here. You just literally exit and then jump back in. So you can just exit here, back into the main menu. We'll connect our Android device. We're going to connect it now. And then we tap on this tile here. And that has launched up Google Decks, which you can't actually interact with. We'll turn Decks off, and that will launch the screen sharing on the Android. Here, quality is good as well. Just do backwards and forwards, you can see it's nice and rapid. So happy with that. And the same thing, we'll just go into apps like YouTube and we'll do the same content. So let's try out some Twitch. Again, under 100 ms, so I'm happy with that. Again, we've got the same ratio adjustment here. It doesn't go full width on Android, at least from this S22. But I'm happy with that. It looks nice and sharp. We're running at 1080/60, and sometimes it does reach 0, so I'm definitely happy with that. Let's just try out lip sync. Wireless CarPlay dongles have slowly progressed over the years, and we are now seeing makers switch their focus towards the 2-in-1 wireless CarPlay adapters, which offer the ability to also pair with Android Auto devices too. I'm happy with that. All good, nice and sharp, lips in sync. What more can you ask for? So that's YouTube. We're going to come out of here and we're going to try out Netflix. Again, this is carrying over our standard plan, and we'll resume the video.
The overtake on Valtteri created this spark and this tension between the two of us.
That was committed, it was brave, it was brilliant.
Okay.
So I thought, you know what?
Happy with that. Really nice and sharp this time on the Android. Much sharper than on iOS, but I was connecting to the home Wi-Fi. So Netflix knows that it's a home Wi-Fi stream, and then it's a little bit more higher quality. Whereas on iPhone, I was connected to Wi-Fi on Wireless CarPlay, so it couldn't actually use my home Wi-Fi, and it uses mobile connection. So that's why it's a little bit sharper. But yeah, in sync, looks great, plays well. It hasn't bottomed out on me like the other adapter did. Yeah, totally happy with that on Netflix. So just pairing up a Bluetooth controller again. That's us now connected. You can see it's all interacting with the Android device. We're going to jump into a game and see how well that performs. Right, so here we are in Call of Duty Mobile using the Bluetooth controller. I'm dead. Runs relatively well. I wouldn't really play a first person if you can avoid it. Yeah, it's a little bit not great for first person, but for racing games though I think it didn't have a problem. But it runs relatively well, better than AI, really limiting AI box. Okay, so that's Call of Duty. You could literally play anything. You could also play cloud gaming over Xbox Cloud, Luna, and games like that. So that seems to work well. You do have to bear in mind though that your phone is running. If I turn this off, it's going to shut down the screen as well. So you can't sort of run with your phone off, but at least the phone's getting powered, and you just want to have a bigger screen experience in the car. That ability is there. So the Koogold Wireless CarPlay and Mirroring Adapter currently retails for $99.99 from Amazon, which is currently $40 off at the moment on sale. So if you are looking to pick up this adapter, you can check out my links down below to learn more about this adapter, support the channel, and buy yourself one. Compared to its competitor or closest competitor, I say it is missing that touch input functionality to be truly functional and an AI kind of box beater. So it just offers mirroring through a cable connection. You do have that wireless CarPlay functionality. There are some caveats there in terms of its overall performance. There was no music resuming after calling. There's no cluster or HUD support pass-through either through Apple Maps. So some basic functionality there, but its call delay was decent. Its touch input was quite good as well, and its startup boot time was very good as well. Over on the mirroring side, it had that ratio adjustment, which is really good for multi ratios of certain display types in the car. So it should compensate with vertical as well as full landscape displays quite well. That touch input pass-through is not there, so you just have to think of it as just a mirroring adapter. But we did see that the AV sync was very good, and with a Bluetooth controller paired with your phone, you've got that good quality gaming as well, should you be looking for that area as well. Do bear in mind that you do have extra grunt on your phone versus an AI box. So gaming and things like that, if you are going to be using it for that specifically, it's going to be very good for that. And you can see that the video playback is actually quite good too. And it's all off your phone, so you don't necessarily have to worry about relogging into user accounts as you would have to do on an AI box. It's all on your phone. You just have to connect that power, which means it's going to power that phone too. So that's a best of both worlds, along with its reduction of lag if you were to be doing mirroring over wireless, which is never a very good experience. So if you are looking to mirror your device on your car display, as well as looking into making your wired CarPlay display wireless, this adapter might be something worth considering. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If it has, give us a big thumbs up down below and let me know in the comments if you have any questions about this adapter from Koogold, and I'll try my best to answer them. If you like this content and you'd like to support me, you can do so by sending us a super thanks on YouTube down below. You can hype this video as well to raise it to other people that might not be aware of this channel. And you can check out my QR code here to buy me a coffee, and you can support me there too. I really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.